Alrighty. Alrighty, we are active, y'all. We are active. Let's go ahead and get this stream going. If you guys are hopping in, I appreciate you guys for hopping in. I wish I could see the chat. I wish I could see who's hopping in and whatnot. But regardless, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it live. Yes, sir. We're gonna do it live. This is so weird. Well, guys, this is my second time doing this. This is doing this live stream. As you guys can see, compared to the first one, I got a little bit of a new webcam. Shout out to my boy Jordan. He hooked me up with this in the meantime until I get a better one, and so I can get a little bit more used to this whole process. I'm using OBS right now, so I'm trying to stream through there, and yeah, it's different. So right now I'm screen sharing and I'm showing you guys my channel, Johnny Sense. You know what I mean? Go show your boy a follow. Go check out some of my vids if you guys ever get a chance. I'm definitely gonna come out with more content and better stuff as we go, but you know, I gotta start somewhere, so here we are. And as you guys can tell, I got a special little guest here. If you wanna introduce yourself.
Hellos. My name's Nina, and I am here to support my lovely mans.
Alrighty, yes indeed. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the subjects and the topics for the day. So today is Monday. It is President's Day. Shout out to all those people who got off today. Definitely nice to have one of those holidays off where you don't have to work. So shout out to that. And yeah, we're going to talk about that real quick. I guess we're going to go ahead and get into some affordable fragrances to smell presidential. So to smell presidential, I guess, for President's Day, off the top of your head, can you say, like, I guess, what would smell presidential? Or what do you think a president would smell like?
Me, I feel like it would be like a clean, fresh scent. Maybe a little spicy.
A little spicy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A little spicy. Sorry. I'm over here trying to figure stuff out as we go. But you want to keep going?
Of what I think.
Yeah.
Something spicy. Maybe like cinnamon, ginger. Maybe some mint in there also. Minty. I don't know. What's a good one that there's one that I'm thinking of.
Okay. What would smell presidential to you? You say mint.
Something like fresh and spicy.
Fresh and spicy.
Yeah.
Why do you think those combos specifically?
I feel like it's kind of, giving clean, so obviously good hygiene, take care of yourself, so you're, powerful.
Yeah.
Something like that.
To smell powerful, you think?
You gotta smell clean, like you take care of yourself.
Yeah. So this is another good example of why smelling fresh and clean is always a easy go-to. You know what I mean? look at the most complimented fragrances, you guys looked at what's most mass appealing, it's always going to be like the fresher scents. If you ask her, if you ask any female for the most part, what fragrances they like, they're always going to say like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Versace Eros, YSLY, Prada Ocean, you know what I mean? These type of fragrances, and if you can tell, they all smell fresh. So smelling fresh and clean definitely works. Now, but when we're talking in the terms of smelling presidential, I think more different. I don't think, yeah, of course you want to smell fresh and clean, but to smell presidential to me is like you're different. You know, not anybody, because anybody I think can smell essentially like fresh and clean, right? So to smell presidential, I'm thinking like you're smelling pretty loud. Your scent is making is presence known. It's, you know, kind of spicy in the sense that, like, you know, it's strong, it's pungent, it like I said, it just pronounces itself, and it just has this elegance towards it, right? Because you're smelling presidential, so you're definitely elegant. You're always wearing suit and ties and these type of things. So that's kind of what I think about when I think of presidential smells. So I've actually chosen some scents in my collection that I think are affordable, first of all, and, you know, they make their presence known. These are scents that are not going to be like Dior Sauvage, YSL, where they're going to be super mass appealing. I feel like these are going to be more niche, more unique sorts of scent profiles, and that when people smell them, they're going to be like, wow, this smells elegant, and it smells presidential. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what's up. Let's go ahead and start smelling some fragrances. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a quick second here to pop in, see if there's anything I can do here. If anybody can help me, I'm trying to figure out how to see the chat. But if not, take a look at my cute girl in the meantime while I'm trying to look at some tings. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I'm trying to figure this out as I go. So I'm work with what I got. So unfortunately, I don't have anything super nice to show you guys in the background. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that away, and we're just going to focus on us in the meantime. There you go. We were in a small screen before. Now we're big screened up. We're gonna show you guys some of these presidential fragrances, and let's see what my girl thinks. And then after that, you know, unfortunately it's a little bit late. I apologize yesterday for not hopping on live because, you know, I had a little birthday dinner that my girl surprised me with, so I was occupied with that, so I was not unfortunately able to come here with you guys. But, you know, no excuses, no matter what the time I was struggling and stressing. But, you know, like I said, we're gonna work with what we got, and we're just gonna get it done. So here we are for you guys as well. So let's get into it. Presidential fragrances. I see you got one in your hand. You want to show it?
There's this little wolf.
Probably can't see it super well here. But if you can, you know, you got a nice almost golden wolf design. Nice Fierte Luna. That's gonna say right there in the bottle, which is the name of it. White bottle. by French Avenue. That's gonna say right here in the bottom. And man, just off the top, what do you say about that?
It's kind of sweet, a little spicy, kind of fresh also. I smell, I don't know, something tropical too. Maybe like some fruit.
Go ahead, keep talking. What you smell?
Ooh, that was different than smelling it on the bottle. This smells more kind of like eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus? Okay.
Which could be like spicy fresh. What else do I smell? It'll definitely be noticeable for sure. In a small room, it's gonna be a little pungent. I don't know. I mean, it smells good for sure. I'd probably give it like a. I give it like a 7.2.
In terms of since we're talking about presidential, what do you have to say about that?
I would say that it is gonna get you noticed for sure. It's definitely unique. I don't know if there's anything I've smelt close to it, if I'm being completely honest. So if you wanna be unique, I think this would be one for you.
Okay. This to me, so this is an affordable fragrance, about $50 or less, about $40 range. I think $50. Now I say affordable because some of y'all may be like, well, that doesn't seem too affordable. Well, when you compare it to what it is trying to imitate, right? Obviously, it's not gonna smell exactly the same, but in my opinion, it's very close. But it is supposed to smell like Xerjoff's Naxos, and you might have heard of that fragrance. And if you haven't, it's a very popular niche. And niche, again, like I say, is unique. When it comes to niche, it's very unique in the sense that I would say it's definitely not blind buy worthy. When we show you guys these fragrances, these presidential fragrances, I'm not trying to tell you guys to go ahead and buy them to smell presidential. These just smell presidential to me, and what the scent profiles are smelling like, but they are also unique. So I would say with those terms that it is something that you may want to watch out for. You know what I mean? It may not be to your liking. The cool thing is that these are all different. I think for the most part, she'll definitely be the judge of that, the final judge. But there might be something here that you may like, absolutely. And this one I really do enjoy because to me this smells like royalty. I'm not gonna lie. This to me smells like not something that you just put on some casual wear. You know, you're putting on your best attire when you're putting this. This smells elegant. This smells fresh, like she said. Citrusy, a little pungent. There's some honey in here, so a lot of sweetness, but that sweetness is doused with a lot of powdery freshness from lavender, I believe, and just a gourmand, elegant type of vanilla and honey, which is Very popular these days.
I feel like I can definitely smell the honey.
Excellent.
Now that you mention it.
We'll keep it moving, y'all. We'll keep it moving. The next fragrance we will talk about will be this one right here. This is called Perseus Exclusif with an F at the end. And this is by the brand right here called Mason Alhambra. Can you smell anything off the top? Let us know what you think.
Smells more earthy. What do I smell? Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, for sure more earthy. Maybe some freshness also. Like, let's go with like a waterfall. Like some, I don't know. It smells good. I like it. Waterfall, earthy. Earth goddess. Earth god. Zeus. Wait, no, Zeus is...
You're getting Zeus vibes?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Poseidon. Poseidon. Not Zeus. Zeus
Poseidon
is the
vibes.
thunder god.
So, okay. That's interesting. I'm not gonna deny it, especially the earthy part. Off the top right here, off the bottom, I'm getting like powderiness, woodiness, like nutty almost, the almond, just because I'm familiar. And probably like that earthy smell that you're kind of talking about. So this is gonna be the spray, nothing crazy. The other one was definitely better in my opinion. And yeah, you instantly get a strong blast of woods and almonds. And almond is unique because you don't get it in a lot of fragrances. You might have heard it in some fragrances, but man, this is elegance. This gives me masculinity, elegance, powderiness. If I could choose 3 words, that's what I would say. This smells great to me. This is again another unique scent profile. Almonds, woods, maybe some ambery sweetness.
Ambery.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's strong too. It smells more spicy to me. More like ginger, pepper, maybe some like red pepper. Does it have red pepper?
Red pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have red pepper? It might have something like that.
Yeah, it smells really spicy. Spicy boys.
Keep going. Anything else? Does it smell presidential to you?
Yeah, for sure. I agree on the powderiness too. I would say that it can come off a little, how do I say it? I don't know. Disregard. I can't think of how to say it. It does smell really good though. I feel like compared to the first one, it's more spicy, and I feel like the first one to me would be more presidential in comparison to this one.
Okay. I am trying to get this live chat going. I'm trying to see what is up. So my apologies. But yeah. Another banger in the books.
Yeah.
Do you see any presidents that you know of like wearing any of those or nah?
No.
No?
No, not sure. That's a good question though. Have y'all ever been close to a president? What'd they smell like? I feel like they'd smell like the first one.
Facts, right?
Mm-hmm. You can't do
Well.
it through that one. 2 seconds, but
Mm-mm. Yeah, nah. It's all good. Yeah, again, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to figure things out, and I'm trying to be more interactive with y'all. So I'm trying to do my best as possible. Apologies for any delays or any boredom here. But let us keep it going. You know what? I'm gonna just have to figure it out another day. But so 2 fragrances. One. How did you describe the last one in 3 words, if you can?
in 3 words. Confident, unique, spicy.
Confident, unique, spicy. I'm gonna go ahead and run through the rest of this video, y'all, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a few minutes here at the end to try to figure out this live chat thing, see if I can see any if I got any feedback. If you guys can let us know if you guys can hear us well or anything, that'd be much appreciated. Let us know that you guys are here. Apologies if we cannot recognize or shout out anybody. I am literally just looking at an OBS and looking at ourselves right now, while I'm also looking at the browser trying to figure things out. So bear with me here. But we'll keep it moving. Talk about the 3rd presidential affordable fragrance, and I will go with this bad Larry right here. It is a new cop of mine about maybe 3 months ago. I want to say maybe towards the end of last year. At this time, Rayhan was dropping Aquatica, which I think was their most hyped at the time. Terra, which was another very hyped through an influencer in the space. And this one, out of the 3, didn't get much hype at all. But me personally, I was the most excited about this one because this is one. Here, smell the top of that. That when it came out, when it was announced, essentially, man, oh man, it was like what a lot of us really have been waiting for. And this fragrance is supposed to smell similar to the infamous Dior Homme Parfum, the older version, the one that everybody who's involved in this fragrance space, if you guys have smelt or love Dior Homme Parfum, the older version, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you guys think about it. But man, in the fragrance game, that is a banger. That is also a designer fragrance that was turned niche in the sense that it was so popular and it got so much hype and all this stuff because of the uniqueness of this fragrance. It had oud, it had rose, it had iris, it had I think leather, and it had some bread musk, and I think like some citrus or something like that. Man, straight elegance, masculine, professionalism, presidential, smell like money, in my opinion. This one also smells like money, in my opinion. And this one, I mean, these all gonna smell like money, in my opinion, because these just evoke a certain elegance that just makes you different. and just evokes like, hey, like I'm not regular, I'm different, and I get to the bag, I get to the bag, I get to the bag. So what do you think so far?
Honestly, I really like this one compared to the other two.
Okay.
It smells really good. It smells masculine, sexy. Like there's some vanilla maybe. I can definitely smell the iris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does iris smell like to you?
Or it, I don't know, does it smell like lavender? I feel like I smell lavender.
What does iris smell like to you? Because some people don't like iris, you know what I mean? Some people really be like, nah, it's too powdery, it's too floral. Iris, I feel like it's kind of a unique. You either like it or you don't like it. I do like it because iris usually is in some of my most favorite fragrances, and it just has this, compared to other florals, is definitely more masculine, and it just brings this sophistication that no other floral seems to really bring, which is what I really like about it.
Yeah, it smells powdery for sure. Oops, sorry.
I was gonna go ahead and spray it. Oh, that's a nice. You saw how big that sprayer was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these got big sprayer. They got like wide distribution. You know what I mean? It's like as wide as you want to open her legs. You know what I mean? Oh man, so much powdery. It's like an iris blast in the beginning. Now there's some differences, and I would say compared to the new Dior Homme Parfum version that you can get today now in the stores, you definitely do get some resemblance, quite a bit, I would say. But in my opinion, this fragrance is like the perfect mesh of those two, the older version and the new version. It's like they got the best of both worlds and put it in this one all-around banger. So if you like those scent profiles, this is definitely one to check out. Definitely one that I'm super glad I have in my collection. Just the smell of it, you know what I mean, and what it meant at its time, how they made it so similar, and it smells good quality and everything straight off the box. Like, I liked it a lot, and definitely one that I'm really glad that I have and that I would be wearing quite often. Now in terms of presidential, well, before that, any other things you smell? It smells different, you like it less?
I think I said I liked it more than the other two, for sure.
But after the spray?
After the spray, it still smells pretty similar. It still smells masculine, powdery. What else? Kind of like earthy, like leathery.
Leathery?
Yeah.
There's definitely some leather. Brings in some of that masculine vibes, you know what I mean? Not super animalic, which is good because sometimes leather can be a little too much.
Yeah.
But like a great dosage of leather.
Smells really good though.
Okay, well it's your most favorite out of the three?
Yes.
So far?
So far, yes.
Awesome. We'll keep it moving, keep it pushing. And the next one we'll talk about this one. I hate to bring up the same brand again and everything, but you know, I have quite a bit of cologne fragrances. If you guys ever want to check out the collection, leave a comment. Let me know if that's something that you guys want to. Definitely go over another live. We can go over through all those fragrances. But since the topic of today was presidential, I had to really look at my collection and be like, which affordable fragrances really smell presidential, at least to me. So, like she said earlier, she said, you know, fresh and clean, something like that, which, you know, it's understandable, and I definitely have a bunch of those. But like I said, I wanted to choose some that were more unique and that smelled a little more presidential, at least to me. So this is one called Cassius by Maison Alhambra again. Cheapy, man. These two really are like 20-30 bucks. The Perseus is like a dark gray, and then this one's like a black, if you guys can see Maybe not the best, but maybe you guys can see a little bit. These are like $20 fragrances, pretty cheap, especially for what they smell. They're really good, but I will say compared to the Rayhan, compared to these two, you know what I mean? They're not gonna smell as good quality wise off the box. Now, if you can tell, she doesn't really smell anything off-putting per se for her to be like, this smells too alcohol-y or too cheap. Do any of them smell too cheap to you? To be honest,
No, not really.
if you didn't know how much they were, how much would you think these would be smelling like, price range wise?
From the bottle, I would say this one looks a little more expensive than these for sure. And then this one, it's about mid. Like, the bottle's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it looks expensive or cheap either. Like, in between.
Word. How much would you think these? How much did you think the Perseus exclusive smell like?
How much is it? I don't want to say cheap because
How much?
I feel like
$100, $50,
yeah,
20
let's
bucks.
go with 50 for sure. At least 50.
Okay, at least 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of you know what I mean. But she's keeping it being. She's keeping it real with you guys. You guys are getting those live reactions here. So yeah, these cost $20, you know, and they might smell a little bit more than what you can get them for. But they're not gonna smell like $100+. If not, she definitely would have been like, oh no, these smell like $200 fragrances for sure. So peep that, man. Peep that for sure. That's game. That's game. But regardless, these for these prices, because we're talking about affordable fragrances, not expensive fragrances. These are fragrances that smell higher than what they actually cost for, and that actually smell presidential. And this one's supposed to smell like PDM's Carlisle, which is one of my favorite actual niche fragrances, because that the quality, it's perfect in terms of if you like dark, mysterious, sexy, masculine type of fragrances. This is one, man. And like I said, while she smells it, these are fragrances that once you get them off the box, they are gonna smell, you know, a little cheap. They need a little love, little work with, but you know, you spray them out the box like 10 times, you let them breathe for like a month, and they start smelling a lot better. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be very transparent. When I got these fragrances, I definitely had to spray them and wear them a couple times to really let it breathe and let it develop inside. I think I've had these fragrances for like about a year now, so now they're definitely like where they need to be, and they're Gucci. But you know, that's me being transparent. Like, when you first get them, like, don't expect great, fantastic quality off the rip. They need some love. They need some love. If you guys have tried any of these, definitely let us know. Definitely let us know, or if you heard of them. But what do you think of that one?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm smelling, but it smells kind of sweet, like syrupy, like a cough syrup maybe.
Okay.
It smells floral. I can smell something floral. I'm not sure what I'm smelling, but something floral, sweet. What does it remind me of? Maybe, I don't know, but it smells good. It's not as strong as the other ones. I feel like it's more subtle, but still strong enough to like project a good distance. What does it have? I'm really trying to figure it out.
So it has green apple.
Green apple, okay.
It has vanilla, patchouli, a lot of patchouli. I believe it has some nutmeg.
That might be what I'm smelling. Something nutty.
And I feel like maybe something else.
But yeah, it kind of
can't
reminds me of
remember
like
right now.
some like cough medicine or something.
You know, I did get that a lot when I first got the fragrance.
You don't get that anymore?
Alright.
It was this one.
Yes. You said like the syrupy nature, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I mean about the cheapness of it, right? So this to some people, if especially if you hate cough syrup and you have really bad memories with it, then this is definitely something that you should totally skip over. I like this scent profile from the original so much that this is one that I'm glad to have, you know what I mean? Because when I want to smell like that, which I will put sometimes at work depending on the fit, it makes me feel elegant. It makes me feel expensive. It makes me feel not so cheap. Now the quality of this is obviously cheaper, which is why you're going to get more of those synthetic smells. Rose.
Rose. I was thinking like cherry.
Rose. That's what it is. So if you're not a fan of rose and patchouli, then maybe this is one that may not interest you as well. But if I recall, green apple, vanilla, patchouli, rose. Main things you're gonna smell out of this fragrance, and it smells to me presidential, straight elegance, unique, loud. Marks a statement. Marks a statement. So out of all these so far, you're still going with the Rayhan? With the Rayhan Obsidian? This one right here? We're going to finish this video with the last one. And that's going to be the good old Tarathi Blue by Afnan. Now this is one that we'll see how she reacts, because it's definitely going to be different than the other ones. Shoots out like a beam. It's alright. It's not like the Rayhan where it opens up her legs wide. This one's a little bit more direct, straight to it. You know what I mean? So it's like a beam. Beam.
This is definitely more citrusy, more fresh, more... I don't know. I really like this. It kind of smells like lemon. And I love lemons. Maybe like a lemon and orange mix. So maybe like tangerine. No, what's it called? Grapefruit. Grapefruit. It's giving grapefruit. What else do I smell? I don't know. That's basically all I smell. But it smells really good. It smells fresh. I like it. I would say this one's my new favorite out of all the ones we've smelled.
That one's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was definitely going to be her favorite, because it's like, dang, dude, like, fresh. She said it in the beginning. She said fresh, clean, spicy. I think for clean and spicy, that's what she said.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly that it. So maybe that's why I chose it for last.
It smells really good. How much is this one?
This
I would
one,
say this kind of reminds me of the Dol- it's Dolce Gabbana, right? Dolce Gabbana,
Dolce Gabbana,
the light blue.
Dolce Gabbana light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, I mean that one essentially is about $30, if not like 20. So pretty cheap. Um, Embroxin, citrus blast in the beginning. Embroxin, spicy ginger, and Embroxin can also be kind of spicy too. Uh, Woods and amber. That's what this fragrance is all about. Citruses, spices, woody embers, and Embroxin to give it that push to really get in your nostrils. You know what I mean? And Embroxin is a scent that has been really popular over the years. It's in some of your most favorite fragrances out there. It's changed the game as soon as it entered the market. So that one is a great fragrance if you want to smell fresh, masculine, elegant, and loud.
Agree.
Loud. I've
For
worn
sure.
it. I've worn it at work, and I've had and because I work with other coworkers, and when I've worn Turati Blue with other coworkers, this one right here, when I've worn it with in closed spaces, it's too much. I've had coworkers say, "Bro, like I don't know what it is that you wore today, but that one I can't take it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I need to go breathe or something." So it really sucks because those type of days when I wear fragrances, I'm like, dang man, like I'm really like I think I'm killing people out here. I'm like burning nostril hairs out here. So um, be careful with the sprays. Be careful what you wear. Know when to wear it. So Tirati Blue is definitely a strong performer. Don't You might most likely get nose blind to it. This is definitely one. Again, kind of like these PDMs right here. Great affordable fragrances to smell presidential, to smell like money, to smell unique and elegant. But some of these may need some love. They will probably need a little bit of, you know what I mean? Like, just a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time for you to spray it out in the air, show it some love. This one definitely took a little bit of time as well for it to get to the greatness that it is. But once it got there, man, oh man, you saw her reactions. It is a great fragrance. It is a great fragrance to have,
That's
and
good.
it's $30 or cheap. So to finalize this segment of this topic, I'm gonna go ahead and let Homegirl smell all of them and let us know which one was her favorite, and then I will choose my favorite, and then we will end this segment and then continue with the next segment. Go over the scent of the day that I had on today, if we can smell it or anything, what she rates it, what she thinks, and then we'll finish this live stream there. So thank you everybody who's joined us so far. Thank you everybody who's been viewing, who's left a like or anything. Apologies again if I've not been able to respond. We are working through the tinks, technical difficulties, and all that, and we will get there. So, which one?
Out of all of them, I think I'm gonna go with the last one. But which one is it? This one. I really like how this one smells. So I guess this last one that we did would be my number one, and then whatever this is would be my number two.
Number two,
Mm-hmm.
number one.
This would be my number three,
Interesting.
and then number four.
This is your number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So her order is her number one to smell like a president, to smell presidential out here, is going to be Tarathi's Blue. And from a scale 1 to 10, what did you give that final rating?
I would give it an 8.
An 8. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's her number 1. Her number 2 to smell like a president is gonna be Rayhan's Obsidian. And what do you give that as your final verdict?
I give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay, 7.5. 7.5 for Rayhan's Obsidian right here if you want to smell presidential. This was her number 2. And her number 3 to smell like a president, to smell elegant and like money out here, she went with the Cassius.
Wait, I
by
forgot
Maison
one.
Alhambra.
I forgot this one.
Oh no. And her last one that she did not, her least favorite so far was the Perseus Exclusive. That has almond, has vanilla, woods, darker woods, smokier woods. So again, her number 1 was Tarathi's Blue by Afnan, Citrus Blast, Woody Ambers, Ginger, and Ambroxan. And her number 2 was the Rayhan Obsidian, which is going to have a buttload of iris. It's going to have some mandarin on the top, some leathers, and some musks in there, with some sweet ambers as well. All smelling like money, all smelling like sophistication out here. But those were her top 2s. You said you found like a...
This one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the missing one. So there were 5 fragrances that we talked about and 4, but then she found this other one. And she put this one as the number 4. So her last one was the Perseus, and then her second to last was that one. Dang, why were you hating on that one?
I'm not.
This one's supposed to smell like Xerjoff Naxos, bro. It's supposed to smell like royalty, like money out here.
It smells good. It smells good. It smells really good. But I'm just
Bro,
like...
You capping right now. You cow. Why you capping? This is like, bruh. She said this smells really good out here. Her number 4 choice, but she talking about number 4 and it smells really good. What that mean?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I like that last one because it smells fresh. And then the second one, which was this one, right?
Yeah, you meant first, not last, but yeah.
Well, the last one that I smelled would be my number
first,
1.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
True.
And then, okay, so at the beginning I said we smelled this one first. And I said it smells really good. And then we smelled the second one, and I said I liked it more than the first one.
Right.
So I feel like, yeah, like it's good. It's good in the 4th place, in my opinion.
Now.
But it smells really good.
Cooked. Yeah, this one's supposed to smell like Xerjoff Naxos. Really expensive cologne out here, but this one's, it smells very similar for like $50. But she went with number 4. But hey, it's all good, that's why we do this for, you know what I mean? Everybody has different likings. She's giving her opinion out here, so that's what matters as well, what she thinks smells presidential. To me, I would go with smelling presidential. This one is my favorite out of the 5. I will say that. I personally would wear this out of all these. This is probably my favorite one. Does smell elegant, very elegant, professional. It smells masculine, but it smells very sexy. In my opinion, this smells extremely too sexy, and I just don't see a president out here really trying to smell sexy. I feel like the White House HR would be causing a havoc if the president was out here smelling like a snack.
Maybe the bodyguards.
Maybe that's how Bill Clinton got all them problems, because he was smelling too good out here. Who knows? But So by that, I would say that would be my number one out of the five, my favorite. But in terms of smelling presidential, I couldn't go with it as much as I would want to, because yeah, I don't think the president would be smelling extremely sexy out here. This one, which was her number one, is a really good one. It does smell masculine. It smells clean and spicy, with a buttload of an ambroxan out here, to burn those nostril hairs in a good way. Um, One, I don't think the president is really smelling fresh and clean like that. I think the president is smelling clean, of course, right? He's smelling good. But when I think of president, like when he's like, man, I'm about to go uh, talk to these interviewed people, you know what I mean? I'm about to go in this meeting or something. Like, I think that this man is not wearing something fresh and clean like that. You know what I mean? Maybe certain days, but I just don't see that. I just don't see that. So I don't think he'd be wearing something like that.
So what do you think he would be wearing?
I think he'd be wearing something more unique, something more that, like, even if somebody would probably be like, that smells like the president, or like either in a good way or in a bad way. Like, even if it was a bad way, like even if the president was wearing dung out here, or oud. If y'all know what oud is, a lot of oud out here sometimes, especially that Cambodian, Indonesian oud. It smells like straight up dung. You know what I mean? Even if the president was wearing that and he was passing by like a secretary or something, and she was like, I don't think she would even say anything. I think she'd just be like, hey, Mr. Trump, hope you're having a good day, or something like that, because it's the president, bro. It's like how are you gonna say anything about, like, that fragrance is just unique. It's just special. It's just like loud. It's just, present out here. Like you don't give a fuck. Type of smell. And I'm not saying I don't give a fuck, like I'm going to smell like oud and dung out here. I'm not saying that either, but I'm just saying it's such a unique scent profile, right? It's different. It's not sexy. It's just more presidential, like elegant and just pronounced out there. I'd feel like those would be more of the scent profiles. So I would have to go with. I would go with this one, which is crazy because this one does smell like straight up royalty. This smells like different out here, man. The way I could describe this is like a chic in the best way possible, and I don't mean like Middle Eastern spices or anything like that. I'm talking about like in that sense of royalty. Like when you think of back in the time, like back in Bible times or back in King's times and stuff like that. Like when people were talking like trading gold and stuff like that. Back in those times. This is what I think one of those mother suckers would be wearing. I think one of these people, and this is what I mean by royalty. It just smells like a bag of myrrh, like a not a bag of myrrh, but like a bag of gold. You know what I mean? It just smells like those times. It just smells like back in the king's times. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of royalty. Like I was a pharaoh rocking my all gold necklace, no shirt, no nothing on, but I got this on because I smell like straight up gold, like money. And that's what I think about. It's different because of the sweetness from the honey. You know what I mean? You got that freshness from that lavender. You got a really strong like citrus punch in the beginning for those who like citruses. A lot of people like citruses. And yeah, I think something like that. Even like one of these. You know what I mean? And I say both of these because they're both like uniquely different. You know what I mean? These are both scent profiles that are different. One smells like almond and vanilla and dark woods, right? And the other one smells like dark smoky woods, green apple, rose, patchouli, and vanilla. Okay, so patchouli also brings in like this certain type of type of like dark raunchy almost type of like woody vibes. You know what I mean? But it's crazy when I describe it like that But when you really look at your favorite type of fragrances, like I would not be surprised if patchouli didn't pop up on Fragrantica as one of the fragrance notes. Because patchouli really be out here using everything. It's really crazy out here. Almost like lavender and stuff like that. But no, for real though. So what that means is that it is a fragrance note that is not only universally almost loved, but it brings a certain vibe to certain fragrances. Usually those type of fragrances are like the YSL Ys that kind of have like a certain woodiness in the background that just invokes elegance and a certain unique type of wood compared to like cedar wood or a fresher wood like that. So this one, the almond one, it smells like straight up expensive almonds, delicious vanilla. You know what? I'm not even going with this one yet because this smells sexy too. This smells probably too sexy for a president to really be wearing out here. The White House HR would get on your ass if you was wearing something like this too. I'm already knowing. So if you guys want to be presidential, smell presidential out here, and you want to get in that kind of trouble, you wanna sneak a little quickie with the little secretary, you know what I mean? Then these are probably some scents right here. These three right here that I would definitely say check out, sample, of course. Try before you buy, and yeah, these three right here, one last time, these three right here are the ones that I think if you want to smell elegant like money like a president but get in some naughty trouble, those are the ones. But if you want to smell like just straight up elegance like a president, loud, you know what I mean, like I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean, this one, this one, and yeah, those two right there. And yeah, so that'll end the segment of affordable fragrances to smell presidential. We're gonna hop really quick on this next segment where we're just gonna talk about the scent of the day. I'm gonna say what I wore, what I thought about it, let her give her final thoughts about it, and see if maybe if it's even a fragrance that you guys would even consider wanting to smell, try, or anything of that nature. So we'll just keep it moving. Where's that ballet? I think we put them right over there. And my scent of the day was this Harmony Code Absolute. Man, I'm gonna get a better camera, y'all, for sure, bro. Work with me here, man. Y'all should have seen last stream. It was horrible, but I'm gonna get a nice camera and it's gonna be much nicer. You're gonna be able to see all the nice letters and whatnot. But Harmony Code Absolute by Fragrance World is this fragrance. This Batlery cost me about 20 some to like $30, something like that max. And this one is supposed to be very similar to the discontinued, so it's you can't really get it anymore unless you're trying to spend an arm and a leg for the original. But this one is supposed to be an imitation or very similar to and heavily inspired by Giorgio Armani's Armani Code, the Armani Code line, the Absolute. Man, if you guys are in the fragrance community and you guys know about Jeremy Fragrance, if you guys seen his type of content and stuff like that, this is one that if you guys know, man, he was just riding on that thing, boy. He was talking about, oh, this is the best date night fragrance, this is sweet, this and that, blah, 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 blah. I was like, dang, dude, like, that sounds like a really good fragrance. Like, where can I get that? Boom, discontinued, bruh. Bruh. Why you gonna do me like that?
Right.
Don't you just hate when that happens when somebody talks about something and you're like, man, that sounds really good, and then you figure out like, man, that thing expensive or it's hard to get or something like that, man, crazy. Cool thing is that Fragrance World made this available for you to get and for much less. So you know I had to get this one because this is the one that Jeremy Fragrance was talking about. He's like perfect for date nights, best vanilla, blah 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 blah. So I was like, man, I gotta see what's up with that. So I got it. I've never smelled the original. I don't even think I got a sample of the original because I was just like, huh. But I saw this for like 20-30 bucks and I was like, add to cart. Add to cart. And I added a cart and got it. Boom. You already know. As soon as I got it, smelt it. Boom. Man, I'm talking about like synthetic, leather. I'm talking about like something. It was like the mandarin or the nutmeg or the orange blossom in here. I think it was like a accumulation of all that. It was just like a bunch of notes just going, and it wasn't like super blended well. So I was like, man, like I could see with Jeremy Fragrance because obviously this is not going to be the same quality as the original, right? But still, a lot of these fragrances, especially this house, Fragrance World, they do really good and really good for the price, like the quality that you get. So when I smelt it, I was like, I already knew how this game works. So I already knew I had to spray it a few times and probably give it some time and revisit it again after a week or so to really figure out like if this is really good or whatnot. I've seen the reviews and everything. Go ahead, smell that. And I saw a lot of good reviews, more positive than negative. So I was feeling more confident with the buy. However, yeah, in the beginning, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie. It just wasn't the greatest. So yeah, unfortunately, I just had to give it some time. Gave it some time, and I shit you not, in a month, became better. Now I'm not gonna lie. There's something in there still that you can still get, like something screechy, maybe something synthetic that might be too close up to the nose. You know, it might mean not be the most pleasant thing, but in the air, man, absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So I can definitely smell some vanilla. Some like something spicy. It smells really good though. Vanilla and what?
Vanilla and something.
Something green. Like
Yeah, see that's the thing that I'm talking about. It's like a green screechiness almost. Like it's just something that just isn't the most pleasant. It almost like kind of burns the nostrils, but like not in the most pleasant way. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not the best. And it's like, yeah, I thought about the same too. It was like something green, but it's crazy because I don't think there's anything green in here. I believe if memory serves right, for Harmony Code Absolute, it was like mandarin orange blossom, nutmeg, leather, amber, and woods.
it could be the
So I think
mandarin.
So I really think it's like I thought originally it was the mandarin because sometimes synthetic like citruses can be a little screechy. Then I thought it was the leather. But I'm starting to think it's the orange blossom because I've researched that like orange blossom, when it's too much or synthetic or something like that, it may come off as like kind of screechy.
Okay.
You know, orange blossom is also kind of a flower, so it might have some of that little green nuance in there. So I think I've concluded to that. I was like, yeah, I think that's what it is. But here, is there another?
I think I already got it for you.
Perfect. Ain't she beautiful, man?
Pretty good sprayer too.
Really quick, do you smell anything here?
Yes.
You do? What do you smell?
The vanilla.
That's it?
Yeah, vanilla.
Vanilla. That's it. Vanilla. That's all we're smelling here, folks. Vanilla. That's all you're getting. Just a vanilla bomb. Just straight up vanilla. All right. Stream over. It's the fragrance over. That's it. You want vanilla? That's it. You get this if you just want to smell like vanilla.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This when I saw the bottle, it reminded me of like I I think it's Victoria's Secret. They have like a bottle similar to it. Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works.
Right.
But it smells really good.
Word.
This is what you wore today?
Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all for hopping in. Thank you for all the love, for all the support. If you guys are chatting, I apologize again. This is my second time. I'm using OBS for my first time, and I'm still trying to figure out certain things and how I'm able to see the live the live chat and be able to really conversate with you guys. So forgive me, honestly, but we'll
Working on it.
Working on it. But here you go. Sprayed it. Go ahead, smell. Let us know what you think. First, while you're smelling that, she did smell my arm here earlier. Now she smelled that because what I wore today, I wore kind of exactly this coat what you guys are seeing, and I sprayed it right here on my arm. Another time right here in the inside. So one time here on the coat, I didn't put anything on skin. Here, one here, and I think like two across over the quarter zip. So yeah, obviously if it's not on skin, it's gonna smell a little bit different. Usually on clothes, in my experience, it seems like it does smell a little bit more mass appealing, as in like usually you get to like the scent kind of closer to on paper. You also are able to it carries longer, so on your skin you might not be able to smell it later. It becomes a skin scent later. Usually on clothes, you'll be able to smell it easier that way. I was actually kind of struggling. I could smell something obviously different, not like my musty ass, but I couldn't smell too much. But this is why we do these scent of the day daily reviews and stuff like that, because sometimes you put on a fragrance and you think you're not smelling anything, but
it's still pretty
strong. You know what I mean? So you have somebody like her that that later in the day you encounter with, and you think, maybe I need to respray because I don't smell anything. But no, clearly, like, they can still smell something, and that works, and that's very valid. Even better, because sometimes when you freshly spray, it might be a little too much for them, especially if you're about to get real close real soon. It might sting up their nostrils, and you don't want them. You really want it to like tickle their nostrils, really to be like, come here. You know what I mean?
Get that last booger.
Facts. So what do you smell?
So on this, I definitely smell like a huge difference. I said it smelled like vanilla here, right?
Facts.
So I smelled something very sweet from the bottle, and then once I smelled it on the paper, it smells spicy. It smells really spicy. I'm not sure what it is, but I can still smell the vanilla, just not as much. It's more, I want to say, still something green. More like like a eucalyptus or something. Did you figure it out?
Oh snap, I think I figured it out, guys. I think I figured it out. Shout out to Silas2883, my boy, and Derek4486. Shout out to you guys. Continue, I'm sorry. I got excited there.
Yeah. Something fresh and spicy. Not fresh and spicy. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Because I can still smell the vanilla, but now that it's on paper, it smells spicier.
Spicier, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say the dry down essentially this is a vanilla bomb, You know what I mean? There is a buttload of vanilla here, a lot of tonka bean, leather, of course. Vanilla, leather, more vanilla than leather, but a lot of both. A little bit of like a citrus fruity in the background, and like some like little aromatics, which I think is like the orange blossom. So a little bit of those florals to kind of like lively it up and not make it so dark and leathery and vanilla and deep like that. You know what I mean? Great fragrance, quite linear. You know what I mean? It smells like this for a while, and then it just pretty much just goes down to leather and vanilla, for the most part, but a lot of vanilla. This one for vanilla fragrance though is a really good one. I'm not gonna lie. I know earlier I was talking about how cheap it smelled like this and this and that, but for what you get, for what you pay for, this vanilla dry down,
It's pretty
dude,
good.
it's pretty good. It's pretty freaking sexy. There's a reason why Armani codes their line, their tonka bean, that vanilla particular scent that they get is so popular and why people like it so much, man. And Fragrance World did a fantastic job in capturing that. So, from a scale 1 to 10, how loud did you smell it here on the quarters? Was it like light or was it strong, medium?
I mean, smelling it from here, I can't smell it. But obviously, once I got close to it, it was probably like at least a 5 still.
Okay.
Not too strong, but not like extremely subtle either.
Okay. And what do you rate it?
I'm a huge vanilla person because I like sweet stuff. So I'll give it an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Dang, that's actually pretty good. I think that's the highest one that she gave damn near out of all the fragrances that we smelled today, to be honest.
No, I think I gave another 8.
Okay.
I think it might have been
The fresh one?
Yeah.
Word. Well, guys, good news is that seems like I did something here, and it seems like I finally was able to open up the live chat. I apologize if I wasn't able to answer any questions or anything earlier. Appreciate you guys for even popping in, for real. Much love for that, for real. And appreciate you guys for even writing anything on the chat. We got Sela, shout out to him. He said people are loving Gucci Love Edition. Just got a few compliments. That's what I'm talking about, my boy. That's what I'm talking about. Where'd you get these compliments from, though? That's what I want to know. Who gave you these compliments? Was it a dude? Was it a girl? Was it at work? You know, where do you guys usually get most compliments from? You know, most of my compliments do come from work. I'm not gonna lie. I do work with somebody that's into fragrances. So whenever somebody's smelling kind of more unique or extra good someday, we'll definitely be like, hey bro, what you wearing today? You know what I mean? But I'm glad I'm glad people have been loving the Gucci Love Edition. I actually got that one right here. So I can show you guys what that Bad Larry looks like right here. I got a small little bottle. It is a special edition. It might be a little more costly just because it's a little bit of a special edition. She got it for me, so I guess she knows. But man, it's unique. It's like, imagine the YSL Why Myself, and you're like, wow, that's a really good fragrance. Like, there's no way you can make it better. But somehow these people, the Gucci fam, they found a way to make it a little bit better. It's got juniper. It's got orange blossom, which has been really popular lately. It smells fresh and clean, like fresh laundry detergent or freshly washed clothes. You know, white tea type of vibes. But there's like a little balsamic nature. So if you're not big into balsamic dressings, I'm not. But something about some fragrances having some of that balsamic like little undertone. I don't know what it is about it, man. It's almost like addicting. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm glad that people have been loving it. You've been getting a few compliments. Definitely a nice fragrance, a unique, slightly unique fragrance, the YSL Y Myself. You can find at Sephora, Ulta, Macy's. You can smell it for free and see if it's something that you guys like. If that's something up your alleyway, then maybe this may be something that you may want to try out, but definitely don't have to, not for the price that you pay for. But it is nice. So you will get compliments because you will smell fresh and clean. But you got a little bit of differences, like that balsamic nature that I told you in the background, and that juniper pop in the beginning is just different compared to the YSL myself that has a bergamot top, a more citrus top. So everybody likes citrus tops, but sometimes you might get a little bored with it. So this one is a little bit different if you want something a little bit different in that nature. Derek, is it a winter fragrance? Which one are you talking about, my boy? Sorry if I answering this question too late. But which one is a winter fragrance? Which one is you talking about? Are you talking about this one that we talked about last? If so, this one definitely is more of a winter fragrance. This is definitely not one that I would recommend that you wear during the summer and whatnot. You can usually watch your sprays always. If this was something in the summer, maybe just 2. But some of these winter fragrances may be a little too strong, pungent, a little too much depth. For example, I can see the vanilla and the leather being a little too much during the summertime. If you're talking about the other fragrances that we talked about today, all the fragrances that we talked about today are winter approved. They can all handle the winter for sure. Especially this freshie right here is strong enough to definitely handle those colder storms, that colder winter wind, and all that good nature. And of course, these other ones right here are definitely more nighttime, wintertime type of fragrances to wear because of how strong and heavy they may sit on the skin. The sillage is usually, I always put a spray behind my neck because that helps with the sillage. So whenever I'm like walking by people, if like the wind is going on, or if you walk even fast enough or something like that and you pass by somebody, they're gonna get like a late reaction, like whiff. So it's like you pass by them and then like wind passes by them, but then like it catches back and then they get like a late, like, oh, what was that? You know what I mean? And depending on the sillage, if they're really heavy, you know what I mean, they're strong enough to create almost like this little aura, this little bubble of smell good around you. So you don't have to project, you don't have to be the loudest in the room to let your scent be known. Sometimes just having a good fragrance like a parfum, EDP, or something like that that just sits well on your skin, that lasts for about 7-8 hours, will get the job done 100%. 100%. You could still walk by people, give people hugs and stuff like that, and they'll smell it. They'll smell it for sure. For sure. So that's gonna be it for us, guys. It is getting late. It is it is about that time for your boy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed. Thank you everybody who popped in today. I appreciate the love, appreciate the likes, appreciate anybody who hopped in the chat, said anything. Again, I apologize if I was not be able to respond earlier. We are improving. We're gonna have better equipment, better response time, better content, all that stuff. If you guys have any things you guys are wondering about, if you guys have any questions, fragrance questions in general, really, any sense that you guys are curious about or anything, definitely leave them in the chat, leave them in the comments below. If you guys like this type of content, if you guys definitely want to see more of us, definitely let us know, definitely motivate us to do this. But we're gonna do it regardless, man, because we love doing it. I love doing it. I drag this girl sometimes. Can you tell by her face? But we do it for the love of the game, man. We definitely love the game, man. Smell good out here. Feel good out here. Love yourself. Love others, man. Appreciate it all, man. So catch you guys next time. Tomorrow we'll definitely do another live around the same time. I would say today I had some technical difficulties, so I hopped in a little late. But my goal is gonna be from like 8 to 10 around that time. And tomorrow, if you guys have any topics or ideas, like I said, I can definitely show you guys my collection. We can talk about anything that you guys are interested or you guys want to see.
Any female fragrances?
Yep, if you guys are curious about any female fragrances, definitely do that. And yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it for us, guys. So catch us tomorrow at about 8 p.m. We'll hop on live. We'll have some other segments to talk about. If you guys are interested about any reactions or anything like that too, let us know. But all right, y'all. Peace. Much love, man. Appreciate y'all. Fragrance gang, fragrance fam. Let's get it.
Bye.
Peace.